Okay, good morning. The learners were clapping for the teachers coming in. Uh, guys, today we will be discussing higher purchase. But before we move on with any form of discussion, I would like us first to define the term higher purchase. Higher purchase is a system where someone pays for an item in regular installments. In regular installment while having use of the item. So what does it mean? It means you go to the shop, you get something that you are going to be paying on regular installment, and you'll be using it while paying for it. But the problem here that you don't owe the item. You only owe the item when you are done paying for it. So that is what you have to know about hire purchase. So how does it work? In most cases, there is a deposit that you need to pay before you collect the item out from the store. So after paying that deposit, the deposit will be subtracted from the cash price, and the remaining balance of the cash price will be charged interest, and that is what you will be paying now in installment, maybe every month for a certain duration, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, we don't know, but depending on the contract. So anytime when you pay the deposit is subtracted from the cash price, and the remaining is now going to be charged interest, and that is the one you'll be paying in installment every month till you finish with your contract. Now, what are the advantages of hire purchase? The first advantage is that this has a flexible way of paying things. You see, you pay for a small amount every month, since maybe the majority of the people cannot pay the full cash of certain item in the store. The next advantage is that the maintenance cost is already included in your contract. Maybe during the term of your contract, if something happened to the item, you can still take it back to the store, and it will be fixed for you for free. Then the last advantage that I want you to keep in mind is that it is helpful for people earning small income. So the majority of people with small income will be able to buy things that they could not afford to buy cash. What now are the disadvantages? The first disadvantage that is the item will cost you more money than if you were buying it cash, because you will be charged interest. The other one is that item can be repossessed if payment are not made. So if you fail to fulfill your contract, they can come and collect the item from you, and there's nothing you can do about that. And the last disadvantage is that monthly payment are often reflective of credit rating. So remember, when you take something on credit, whenever you pay for it, your credit rating is good. When you don't pay, your credit rating is bad. And if you don't pay, there are people they cannot collect anything on contract anymore because they have a bad credit rating. So they will go, they check their credit rating and say, no, this person, he doesn't have a good record, and they may not be able to give them the item they wanted to buy. So now with this in mind, let's go and practice with activities and see. We are going to look at this activity, guys. It's activity one, and the activity one is telling us that paging through the local newspaper, Mabelanis find the advert alongside for a hire purchase deal for a laptop. We have the hire purchase deal there for the laptop. The laptop cost is 4,999. That is a cash price, and the deposit is 500, and the remaining is 269 times 39. The total payment is 870. That is charged at 90% interest. So then the first question is, according to this advert, what is the cash price of the laptop? Second question, what percentage of the cash price is the deposit? So in many cases, they are going to give you the percentage of the deposit and ask you to calculate the deposit. But here I have given you the deposit and asked you to calculate the percentage. The next question is this deposit refundable? That is what we are going to find out. If Mabelani buys this laptop on hire purchase, how much must he pay per month? We are going to look at this as well. How many payments is it going to make? We are going to answer. How much will he pay in total if he buys this laptop on hire purchase? We are going to check. What is the actual loan amount that Mabelani borrowed? So in other words, what is the loan that was given to him for him to buy the laptop? And lastly, how much is the interest? So let's go and try to answer this question right away. We are going to look at the solution for this question together. And the first question was to identify the cash price. What is the cash price of the laptop? The cash price of the laptop, guys, is written there on the advert. So the scary written there now only for 4,999. So our cash price is 4,999. We're asked to calculate the percentage of the deposit according to the cash price. So as I told you, in most cases they are going to give you this percentage and ask you to calculate the deposit. But in this case, I have given you the deposit and asked you to calculate the percentage. So the percentage here is 500 that we divide it by 4,999 and multiply by 100. So you get 10%. So the percentage of the deposit is 10% according to the cash price. We were asked if this deposit is refundable. No, it is not refundable. That is the answer. The deposit is not refundable because it forms part of the payment. So what does it mean? When you pay the deposit, since the cash price of this laptop was 4,999, when you pay the deposit, this deposit is subtracted from that cash price, and then the remaining is the loan that they are going to give you to buy the laptop. So that is the reason why it is not refundable. Then we move to the next question. They were asked how much is Mabelani going to be paying per month? You can see on the left top it is written that this person is going to pay 269 rand for 30 months. So in other words, he's paying 269 rand per month. So the answer is 269. The next question is how long is he going to, or how many payments is he going to make? So if he's going to pay 269 for 30 months, in other words, he's going to make 30 payments. The next question was to calculate the total amount that he is going to pay for this laptop. In other words, guys, they are asking you to calculate the amount charged with interest and the deposit. And we already know that I already told you that after paying the deposit, it is subtracted from the cash price. So the remaining there will be the one that will be charged interest. So if we want to calculate the total amount that he has to pay for this laptop, is going to be the deposit plus the installment that is going to pay for the 30 months. So in other words, it's 500 plus open bracket 269 times 30 and close bracket, and then you'll get 8,570. Another way of doing that, guys, I didn't want to show you the easiest way because it may happen that on certain activity they don't put the total payment there. The total payment that you are seeing on the laptop there is the total payment without the deposit. You are supposed to take that 8,070 plus 500 and you get the total payment as well. Then we were asked to tell what is the amount of loan that was given to Mabelani. The amount of loan, as we stated earlier, that after paying your deposit, we subtract it from the cash price, and the remaining is the one that is given to you as a loan. So in this case, it's 4,999 minus 500, and then you get 4,499. That is the loan that was given to Mabelani to buy the laptop. So, and then what is the interest? The interest here is going to be 8,570, which is the total that he has paid minus the cash, minus the loan given to him. Yes, minus the loan given to him, which is 4,499, and then we get as an interest. These people are getting the interest of 4,071 from Mabelani. So that is, you can see, as we explained, you can see here that the advantage is paying 269 every month, which is cheap, and that is flexible for him to pay that. And the disadvantage is that here it costs him more than if he was paying it cash. Cash is costing him more than almost double the cash price of this item. So that those are the advantages and the disadvantages of hire purchase. So please, you can see I'm asking you to, I'm thanking you for watching, and I'm asking you to stay safe and you should stay at home. So let's see tomorrow for another video. Thank you.